They're watching TV shows, man. I got to compete with that. It's AIDS. I don't even know what's going to happen. I truly mean this. I really do mean this. I hope all of them get DMCA'd and get fucked.
I wouldn't go as far as DMCA's, but Twitch definitely needs to crack down on it. We don't want like movie, music, and TV industries to come in and do DMCA's, because then they realize what Twitch is and they're going to start cracking down on everything.
I want that to happen. I really do. I want YouTube itself. You can't even watch YouTube videos on stream. Outside of, I don't know, like this game trailer, for example.
I mean, if the YouTubers are fine with it, I don't see the big deal, but I can see where he's coming from. He just hates React content.
I actually do want that. Can't even watch Daily Dose. That'd be great. I would love to see. Now, that would probably decimate Twitch, and everyone, including me, would lose views overall.
Absolutely.
But I do want to see the world burn.
Honestly, it's not even watching the world burn. Like, if Twitch does not step in and stop this, what is going to happen? We saw it happen with YouTube. All those industries, music, TV, movies, are going to come in and start decimating the platform for everybody, like they did to YouTube. And it's not going to be the big streamers who are watching MasterChef right now that are going to get the short end of the stick. It's going to be all the mid-tier streamers. Music industry and them are going to way overreach, and the big streamers are going to be able to reach out to Twitch and be like, hey, fix this. They're kind of screwing us, and they'll be fine. But it's all the other like mid-tiers. They're going to be completely screwed who can't reach out to Twitch for help when they overreach and destroy their channel.
Women that do things, the Nico girls are a really good example of this, of dressing like a kid, trying not to look very like womanly, but very childlike, the very like circular faces and the red thing to make yourself look like a kid, blah, 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 blah. I think that is pedo baiting, 100%. And I think that if you are attracted to that, I think that you have degrees of pedophilia inside of you. That is.
Wait, so if I'm attracted to tomboys, does that mean I have degrees of gay in me? Does that make me like partly gay? Does that mean I can like put the LGBTQ tag on my Twitch stream now?
It's not how your brain is supposed to be wired to be attracted towards women. If you are attracted towards people that look and act like children, I think that you have some amount of pedophilia going on in your brain, even if that person is 20, 25, 30 years old. I think it is incredibly fucking weird, and I don't think it should be encouraged.
So you kind of have to be careful with that. You don't want to go too far overboard, because it's kind of like Australia, where they're like, if you have like below a C cup or whatever, you're essentially a child, so you can't do porn. That's a little overboard. But like in the end, I just feel bad for the women who are like 20 or 25 or 30 that do look like children, because no matter what, their boyfriend is going to be called a pedophile if they start dating them. So does that just mean they have to like live their life lonely forever? And not to mention, like, they must have like so many just like straight up creepy ass people hitting on them because they look like children. But who knew that I was going to learn about myself, that I might be somewhat gay because I like tomboys?
Can we chat after stream? Chat will get 100 gifters.
No, that's just gross. And what a weird way to put it. Like, I'll give chat 100 gifted. Like, why does she care if chat gets more subscriptions? No, like, all you're saying, like, all you should have said is, I'll just give you more money on top of the $200 I gave you, because that's all it is.
This is going to be a story that I'm going to tell in like 3 years. No. I'm not going to call you after stream. Sorry. Thank you for the $200 though. Like, how do I say that since, like, what a weird...
Imagine getting rejected in front of thousands of people.
No amount of money that you give me is going to make me call you. I am rich.
I just don't understand these people. Like, you can go to a cam site, donate money, and they will 100% go in a private chat with you. And you can spend as much time as you want in there and get your parasocial relationship needs filled. Like, I don't know why they think they have to go to Twitch for this stuff. There's sites specifically dedicated to parasocial relationships where the women will drain as much money from you as possible, so you can like spend alone time with them. Like, Jesus.
I love you. Hey guys, I love you. Whoa.
So not a lot of things online make me feel old, but VTubers almost always do. Like, I am always told that they're like super degenerate and that they'd be like right up my alley. But then all I see is stuff like this. Like, like, what is going on?
Oh, the duct tape is finally up. Merry Christmas. Is this paper towel?
The classic 2 layers of duct tape. So like I used to do this too, and then I realized I was spending way more time wrapping it at night than people spent actually opening it, because they just get scissors and open it in like 2 seconds. So essentially, instead of pranking them, I just was spending hours pranking myself.
Flirt with You add your new moderator on Discord and flirt with him. You get him to agree to many things. Then you blackmail him. You take his computer and webcam. You have a cyber slave.
You know what's bad when an AI chatbot has Twitch figured out? And I can understand being like a Twitch moderator for like a smaller channel. It's like more of a community there. But like what I don't understand is people spend hours of their days moderating chats for little millionaires and they get paid nothing. Like, what are you doing with your life? That is so crazy.
Is how stressful it is to play video games on the internet. Oh my god. How could we ever get by? These motherfuckers have never worked a job in their lives, man. Like,
okay, so that's true. Most of them haven't worked jobs in their lives. Playing the games isn't the stressful part. It's dealing with every other part of the Twitch BS, like the hate messages, people telling you to kill themselves, the stress of having to stream so many hours a day, try to put in all the other work behind the scenes that is stressful.
seriously, I would love to plop any one of these entitled degenerates on an oil rig for even 24 hours and laugh my fucking ass off them as they get a taste of the real world. If you ever hear...
I mean, that would be great content, seeing all these streamers trying to do actual physical labor. Like, I get it. I work at a slaughterhouse, so it's way more physical than, like, streaming on Twitch. But it's, like, 2 different kinds of stress. Like, I hated when I was a manager and I had work follow me home and I was just constantly having to deal with, like, BS. While as now, where I do way more physical labor and it's way more... It takes a bigger toll on my body. But I'm much happier because I don't have the constant mental stress of everything else.
If you're a streamer complaining about how hard his life is, make sure you give him a fucking check, okay? Because that's pathetic. You're pathetic if you think this is hard work. This is a dream. This isn't even work. This is a hobby that I'm able to monetize. This is like my passion. I love gaming and I love chatting with you guys. If anyone ever came to me or was like, oh my god, how am I ever gonna get by? Like...
So I understand where he's coming from, but some of the bigger streamers have killed themselves, and there's tons of people who have like hurt themselves. And like if you watch Dr. K, he's talked about how all these streamers do have mental problems that like need to be taken care of. So while it's like funny and I get what he's saying and it is true, it's also not the whole picture, and it's a lot more complicated than just you're just sitting on your desk playing games. There's definitely a mental health issue in the streaming community as a whole that isn't being dealt with, and that's why you have people ending up like wreckful, unfortunately. And saying that, oh, you're weak or you're a baby because you can't handle the mental stress of it, kind of a shitty thing to do. Funny and true, but also kind of shitty.